Yo, what's up guys? I'm Bansheep, I'm an Eternity Marvel Rivals player, and today we're going to be looking at a replay of my own gameplay, and we're going to be breaking it down fucking educational style, and yeah, it's going to be fucking sick. Also, I'm coming up right here on one of my favorite spots to stall in. For whatever reason, you can stand up here. And so what I do is I just stand up here, I wait for them to come by, and then I Goomba stomp them like I'm fucking Mario and also Luigi. And also, I was planning on use Epic Pen so that I could draw on the screen, but Epic Pen, the Epic Benjamin almost crashed my fucking computer while I was trying to record this the first time, so we're not going to be doing that. I'm just going to be drawing imaginative dicks with the in-game cursor, but it's fine, you know? It's the idea that counts. So we're on the Jeff there, good, healer priority. On the magic now. Cool, something light, just helping the front line out. Namor is kind of bad for Iron Fist, unfortunately, because we like to be really tickling the supports as much as we can. So the way you play Iron Fist in Season 2 is your first priority is healers. You try to kill them or try to keep them from healing in any way possible. And then once that has been mostly accomplished or fully accomplished, then you go to tanks. You don't really focus on killing the DPS unless you need to peel for your team for like a Spider-Man or another Iron Fist or something like that. Because Iron Fist does percent-based health damage, so he's pretty good at burning down tanks. And you saw there an execution of me charging up the combo in the air. And that's so that when I engage that Namor, it's so that I start that engagement with as much damage as possible, because the last hit does the most damage. And then I follow up with the dash kick because it does execute damage. The lower they are, the more damage you do. Get eaten by the fucking shark. King Von, the fucking shark, is still holding me in his prison cell. Okay, we're out. Okay, on Hulk now. He's super low. Great kill there. Namor, there's not many more people, so yeah, we're just gonna clean it up. So I'm gonna run this back and put it in slow-mo because I do something pretty important here. Right here, yeah, on the Magneto. So I'm comboing him, but then right before my last hit of the combo goes through, I try and get behind him. I try to get on his back so that I boop him back into my team with the boop from my last hit. Unfortunately, it misses, but I don't really see many people doing this, and it's super valuable to do that, like when an enemy's trying to escape. Just boop them back into your team, and it's gonna be a lot harder for them to get out, easier for your team to shoot them, easier for you to also hit them. So yeah, highly recommend doing that. So right there, I actually used my block a little too preemptively. One of the improvements that I've been trying to make to my own gameplay is to only use the block like when they start focusing me. Otherwise, like, you might predict when they start attacking, but you know, obviously a lot more risky, and they can just not shoot at you and you would waste your block, which would suck. Good block there. I start getting attacked and then I use it. Ult here because our team seems to be needing some help. And typically with the ult, I actually do like to focus the tanks because the amount of hits, percentage-based health hits that you get in the ult, you know, are drastically increased from your normal stance, so it can burn down tanks pretty easily. I wouldn't really recommend doing this. I was just doing this because yeah, there's certain situations. Sometimes the Jeff seems killable, and if he is, then, you know, if you really think you can do it, then go for it, but most of the time, it's not very worth to chase the Jeff. And again, if, you know, they have like an attack Jeff, and he's like fucking doming your backline and you need to peel, then you might have to chase him away by doing that, but, you know, case dependent. So I actually do want to talk about my fight with Magic here. You're going to notice that while I'm doing my combo on her, I'm holding my A key, like I'm going slowly left. This is one of the main ways that you avoid damage on Iron Fist. Since you use his main combo so often, since that's your primary form of damage, you need to do this thing called looping, which is just holding a directional input like A or D while you do your combo. And what this does is that instead of just comboing them normally, which just puts you in front of their face and makes you super easy to hit, instead now you're having to be tracked. Kick to get out. I save, most of the time I save my dash kick to get out. I would say probably like 80% of the time I'm using it to get out. The other 20% I'm using it to secure kills. Also on Iron Fist, it's very important, you saw there, that you get height as frequently as possible. Because the way that this character gains an advantage on other characters is that you just drop on them and you Goomba stomp them and they have no idea that you were even going to be on them and they have no idea where you came from. That element of surprise is one of Iron Fist's biggest strengths. So you see here, I go get some height. And it's just harder for them to hit me, harder for them to spot me. It's just better all around to come in from up high if possible. Okay, so right here, this is a stupid engagement. I don't have any cooldowns. I'm low on health, and their team is looking at me. I managed to get out. I go on the healer. Confirm the kill on the Wolverine. Okay, yeah, teaching moment. On Iron Fist, you need to be blocking ultimates. You can block most of the stuff in this game. And as a result, you need to help your team because you have that ability, right? The first ones that come to mind that are pretty doable are Magneto ult and Iron Man ult. If you see these in your games, you need to try and be like the volleyball blocker and block them for your team. The best way to really like do that is to be tracking ultimates and know when they have their ults and they're likely to use them. And then you just save your block that fight until they pop their Qs. I'm gonna play this back because I think this was pretty stupid. Yeah, so this is very stupid. I'm full committing on this magic here when there's a Jeff with her. Okay, I do get some teammates with me. Yeah, that was just, I should have just gotten out. I got confident because I was like, oh, more of my team is with me. And while that was true, you know, where are we closer to? We're closer to their healers than mine, right? My healers can't even see me over there. So it's just not really a great spot to be in, even if I do have teammates there. Back in the fight. We go on the shark. Oh, also in this case, you gain a little more value from going on the shark just because it's shark and only one other healer. A lot of the time, shark is run with triple healers. 2 main healers are then the shark. But you know, in this case, he's a more significant portion of the heals than in that other case. Yeah, this shark completely jukes me the whole time. Yeah, I got absolutely skill diffed right there. And I pop my ult here, go on the tanks. Didn't gain much value from that ult, unfortunately. Kind of just holding the front line a little bit. Actually, I think this might have been a situation where it would have been better to use my ults on the healers rather than the tanks. Let me run it back. Well, we do kill Magneto off of it, but yeah, I think instead of targeting the Hulk here, I should have gone for the healers because a Hulk being hard-pocketed by 2 healers, it's just you're never killing that. Hulk has so much health. that is just not very doable with 2 healers looking at him. Meditate, you know, type shit. We're a chill guy or whatever, you know, it's fucking whatever, dude. Gotta clear my head type shit. I get exiled. Sharky, sharky, hungry, hungry. Big clobber. And huge, and we secured that. That is awesome. Please subscribe. Please. Oh no, please. Oh, please subscribe, man. It helped me out so much. It helped me out so much. Please, man. Thank you.